Captain's log, the year is 8023. In the galaxies on Starship Renovate, my crew and I search for food supply for Arian 5, our home planet that lacks sustenance and humility. Our mission is to provide for our planet more than just food, but also a new way of thinking and living, something I think only the Bible has to teach us. But our mission just got more complicated because we are not alone on the ship. We are accompanied by Sergeant Armstrong, a junker who is currently being held captive until we can deem him safe. I predict he will add many numbers to our days out here.
I'm all alone, out here on a ship. My droid I do miss all alone.
All right, crew, we have to get rid of him today. He's been no use to us, and he keeps getting songs stuck in my head.
Captain, I understand, but I have a feeling he's holding something back. Something that we could really use.
How about we ask him?
Well, no, we can't just ask him. That's way too obvious. Then he'll never tell us what he's hiding.
So you think we should just come up with a plan for him to reveal his deepest, darkest secrets?
Well, I don't need to know all about him, just anything that would help us save our planet.
May I suggest we simply ask him to tell us what he's hiding? I've been doing some research, and if we ask him in an intimidating way, he should easily break. It works in the movies.
When have you been watching movies?
Oh, I do it all the time. The Little Mermaid has been a real tearjerker lately.
Do you even have tear ducts?
Besides the point, allow me. Sir?
Who goes there?
I'm sorry to bother you at such a dreary time as you work on your latest hit, which, by the way, you give off major Taylor Swift vibes. But, is there anything
you're hiding from us?
Yes, you see. Well, I really don't know how to say this, but maybe you could just... Nah, fine, I'll just show you.
Oh, gee, Willikers, that looks sharp.
I'm sorry, here, I'll put on my bacon arm.
You have more than one type of arm?
No, silly droid. I only have one arm. This is my shape-shifting arm bot. I call it the Transformer Limb 300. My droid helped me create it with the junk we've collected. I have 708 different types of arms.
I must meet this droid of yours. It's about time I converse with someone on my own IQ level.
She's back on my ship. Do you think you can let me go? You could come too, how to sneak it out and ditches this dump ship sound.
Tempting, truly.
Let's do it then. How do I get out of here?
But I'm sorry, this verse about humility and putting others first keeps playing in my software. It says in Philippians 2:3-4, do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility regard others as better than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to your own interest, but to the interest of others.
I understand. I guess I'm stuck here forever.
I just can't do that to my captain. Signing off, I'll touch base with you soon. Sergeant Armstrong has a fake arm converter called the Transformer Limb 300. I think that it could be useful to us and Arian 5. I scanned it without him knowing and found that it is made up of millions of multiplying mechanisms that may help us multiply what food we do have.
Has this multiplying of food ever been done before?
Only through the miraculous power of Jesus on earth billions of years ago. In John 6:1-14, Jesus was approached by a large crowd of thousands of people and desired to feed them all since it was the time of the Passover feast. But like us, didn't have enough to eat. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, there is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are they for so many? Jesus said, have the people sit down. Now there was much grass in the place. The men sat down, about 5,000 in number. Jesus then took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated. So also the fish, as much as they wanted. And when they had eaten their fill, he told the disciples, gather up the leftover fragments, that nothing may be lost. They gathered them up, and filled 12 baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves left by those who had eaten. When the people saw the sign that he had done, they said, this is indeed the prophet who has come into the world.
You really think we could do something like that with a robotic arm?
Oh, of course not. Only Jesus is able to do abundantly more with what the boy humbly gave up.
With something like a multiplying agent, we could manage to build something to buy us time, enough time to get to the root of the problem, selfishness. Once there's enough humility on Arian 5, then perhaps everyone will be willing to get their planet back in order. Perhaps we'll be able to give whatever we do have, and God can do abundantly more with it.
Exactly. But there is still one problem.
What's that?
I need his droid, who created the arm, to help.
And where is his droid?
On his ship.
Jaqueline,
Yes, Captain?
do we have eyes on Armstrong's ship?
We do. It's just below us. I didn't want it to stink up our garbage, with it being made of trash and all. Why?
I'm going to board it.
What? Captain, I don't think that's a really good idea. You haven't been on any other ships in a while, and, horrible things could be on there, like gadgets and diseases,
Jaqueline?
and I don't know what
It's
else
all
he
right.
has on.
Sergeant Armstrong will go with me.
That's not what I had in mind.
That's a horrible plan.
But it's our only hope. We need to take some action. Sergeant,
Oh, yes?
take me to your ship.
Wait, what? You mean you're letting me go?
I'm coming with you.
You? Trust me?
No.
Of course not.